everyone, my name is Professor Gilbert, and today I'm going to give you a quick overview of a couple of the projects that I have going on in my research group. But before I get started, I'd like to just acknowledge the students who have been responsible for the work that you're about to see. The first project is funded by the Office of Naval Research and is on slamming of high-speed craft in waves. This project is primarily studied experimentally, though we do have some simulations and theoretical predictions that we are modeling. This project is studied primarily in two different ways classically, and this involves a wedge drop experiment where we take a small infinitesimal section of our planing hull and model this as if it's dropping vertically into calm water. The second test is a little bit more straightforward in terms of thinking about this related to a high-speed craft, and this is a towing tank experiment that is typically conducted in waves. In the current work that we are doing, we've done experimental wedge drops with both a rigid bottom of the hull as well as a slightly flexible bottom of our hull. I've also looked at towing tank experiments that I had been involved in when I was working at the United States Naval Academy. This was done on a rigid hull. We've collected experimental data from both of these types of experiments, and we're going to be merging these together to basically come up with a controlled motion slamming experiment that's going to be conducted here at Virginia Tech. We are going to do this by taking the experimentally measured kinematic motions of the towing tank experiment, and we're going to input those into a controlled motion mechanism, and we're going to be slamming a hull that has removable flexible panels into calm water and into waves. Here's a sample of the wedge drop experiment in our experimental facility. The second project is funded by the National Science Foundation and is an exploration of structural response and reconfiguration subjected to a fluid loading. Past studies have looked at a structure in a fluid flow in water and in air. Our group is currently interested in investigating natural and active reconfiguration of flexible plates in close proximity to and interacting with a free surface. The project has many components, including the classic water entry problem that I showed you in the last project I discussed, as well as prescribed motions such as oscillating heave motions under a calm water surface. And then we'd also be using the towing tank facility in order to do a combination of these heaving motions and forward speed. The way that we will be actively controlling the reconfiguration of our panels is to use active control of the stiffness of the panel using F2MCs. This stands for Fluidic Flexible Matrix Composites. Here are the dimensions and configuration of the plate panel that we tested. There are some high-speed videos that I'm going to be showing you where we varied the drop height of the model and therefore the impact velocity, which is related to the loading that is going to be present on the plate. The models are all dropping and are time synchronized so that the keel or the apex is going to be impacting the water surface at the same time. You can see that there's large deformation because of the low stiffness in the plate panel. And we intentionally stopped the recording when the shape of the structure is nearly the same for all conditions. Thank you for your interest in our research group. I'm currently looking for one PhD student to work on the experiments. I hope to hear from you if you have any questions or if you're interested in working with us. Thank you very much for your time.